Every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy.
Every single famous person in the world has visited Diddy's home. I've witnessed Diddy have to enlist the military and employ more security to deter people from trying to scale the wall and enter his home since Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every other well-known person live. On the other side, apparently Jason Lee may have just used his mouth to cause serious trouble. Jason came up and revealed a few names during the D's criminal assault inquiry, including all the he directly witnessed using that baby oil in Diddy's hidden weird chambers. Scott, Travis, and Tana. According to Jason Lee, there are more than 200 names on that list, so Taylor, it looks like the entire town attended these strange parties. People should get ready to hear about one of their favorites acting inappropriately, and here's the worst part. The feds may be ringing their doors with questions very soon. While the rest of Hollywood is busy deleting their social media accounts, Jason has gotten himself into trouble for daring to go online and share all the crazy rumors that the music industry never wanted to spread. These rumors include that Diddy is evil, that he was the devil, and that he even threatened me once. If anyone can spill the tea on that criminal rooster, it's Jason Lee. Over the past few years, he's made a lot of friends and connections in the industry. And trust me when I say that he's gathered thousands of dirty stories on them. Here's what one celebrity shared with him. Jason Lee leaps both feet into actions, and the stuff he's sharing will shock the industry to the core. I don't have a friendship with Diddy, we don't hang out, but we've texted a few times. I was on his network. One day, while I was relaxing, I received a call from Puff asking me to come over. He wanted me to play with Cassie's private parts and other things. This is why his stories seem credible. In the past, Jason was close to Diddy and his closest circle, but that was long before all of this bizarre drama surfaced. He joined Dot's Revolt TV in 2023 to start his own talk show, so he was at Diddy's crib watching all the freaky business go down firsthand. Now he's out there purporting to be working with the federal government and accusing others. Jason really stepped into the game with all these bombshells, and ever since that list became viral, Jason claims his life and safety have been in danger because he's basically being hunted by half of Hollywood, as he mentioned. I've been pretty much an open book with the action and activities, but I try to conceal the names because I don't want people bothering them. I learned as people started getting to know me, they would go track down anybody I'm involved with and then mistreat them. But since it's just a matter of time, before all the accomplices are identified, Jason's revelations may just speed up the process for the authorities. And plus, don't get me wrong, folks, but aren't we all craving to find out who's been attending those after parties at Diddy's house? His infamous freak-off bashes stirred up a lot of attention, especially with recent explosive photos featuring acts and modern idols like Jlo KMK. Others, according to Jason, this is just the surface and the most freakish stuff happened at after parties, which were filled with selected high-profile celebrities like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and others. Apparently, as the big crowd went home, Diddy had his bash continue and even hired top-level security to keep the paparazzi and unwanted eyes from sneaking in. Jason also mentioned that he stayed after from all the dark after-party activities parties. I've attended Diddy's birthday parties, but I wasn't there after dark. Jason is rather vocal about Diddy's purported behavior and what everyone else is allegedly up to behind closed doors. But additionally, he stated that Justin and Christian, the bad boy sons, had never been implicated in any of the accusations made against their fathers during the raids. After being cruelly handcuffed by the police, Diddy's sons faced the legal heat. Later, several people who claimed to have been mistreated by them also came up with false allegations and lawsuits. Nowadays, it's common to view everyone close to Diddy as a villain, so naturally, some started to wonder if Jason was indeed as innocent as he claimed to be. Rumors started to circulate that Jason was an active participant in these crazy events. In a brief Instagram live session, Jason addressed these claims and reaffirmed his innocence. I can read you the text I sent to Diddy. What day does the show air on the network? Will you be appearing on the show in spite of the startling discoveries and the additional A-listers who are linked to Diddy? Jason maintains his denial that he did anything improper at these events, arguing that he was there only on business. Diddy's residence has been visited by every celebrity in the industry, meaning that all of his text messages have been read. I can read you my text messages to Diddy. It's all been business for me. But if you check the whole story with the lawsuits and how it unraveled, you should know that Jason was one of the first to break the news when Cassie accused Diddy of mistreating her. During their decade-long relationship, it was also him who leaked to the media that Diddy settled the lawsuit within one day and cashed out $30 million. Apparently being a professional gossiper pays off. And Jason got the inside scoop from some folks in Diddy's tight circle who were feeling chatty. I'm going to find an attorney who's willing to work with me to do this. I'm going to find a journalist who's going to write the story when skeletons began to rattle in Diddy's cupboard. He made everything possible to stop that mess from covering him from head to toe. I mean, you don't throw that kind of money around if nothing went down. And everything Cassie said was later proven by a shocking video from the hotel. And let's not forget, Day is not exactly swimming in those millions he used to make. Even though Cass's lawsuit was quickly settled, more victims came forward exposing the disturbing details of their XP experience with the bad boy and Whoop. All his businesses and partnerships started to fall apart. Even Revolt decided to drop him, announcing Sean Coles has stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt. His business empire continues to face the fallout. And even though he instantly patched up things with Cassie, the showball effect began truly destructive for the bad boy despite his public apology. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. Disgusted. And folks, the whole thing with that Cassie lawsuit was rather suspicious since the start, considering the headlines were mentioning amicable resolution and Puff even sending his ex all the best vibes. We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best love, but it didn't. Diddy from the total exposure left and right. And while Cassie was the only brave to share the humiliating details of her relationship with Puff, the rest of the showbiz went all silent mode. But you see, according to the indictment, Diddy was no fool, and every freak-off party guest was silenced one way or another, some by generous compensations, others by blackmailing. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-off as collateral against the victims. Electronic devices that contained images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And while we've all been speculating who was a part of that tight circle privy to Diddy's ferocious blowouts, Jason Lee revealed all the celebrities he saw at these gatherings. And you may guess what? Almost everyone who was important in Hollywood was there. Jay-Z, T.D. Jake, Chris Brown, Jordan Woods, Travis Scott, and Steve Stout have all been spotted at his residence. Aaron D. Hall, Stevie J, Dr. Dre, The Match, Little Rod, Chris Brown, T.D. Jakes, Bishop, Justin Bieber, Usher, and Cuba Gooding Jr., which is already quite an impressive gathering, and some of them even have pristine reputation in the industry and many business deals and partnerships with the companies and brands that Jason might have just ruined with a few sentences. Had a lot of these celebrities that have all these brand deals that are tied to millions and millions of dollars. They don't have the freedom to go and advocate for themselves, so they just sit there and watch them just get destroyed. And I feel like for me, the confirmation of the list's legitimacy is still pending, but it's not. We've got any reasons not to trust Jason, according to the indictment that was made public after DY's arrest. The authorities are expected to interrogate every identifiable participant from his party videos, and as we know, the feds already got a huge collection of tapes to study. There have always been whispers about Diddy being shady, and it sounds like those stories might have more truth to them than folks want to admit. But folks on social media are now wondering about the reasons why Jason Lee wants to snitch on basically everyone in town. As one person commented, Jason Lee is full of it. He claims it's only a business relationship with Diddy, yet he all up in Diddy house, claimed to know his kids really well, and was at his parties. Come on, D. And another user added, he was at these parties too, so think about it, they all play the same games, just caring about all they want and need, no matter who it hurts. Right after Diddy got cuffed, rumors started flying around throwing shade at Evie.